Hello friends, welcome to the third episode of Star Wars series. Will there be a war between India and China? And what will happen on the economic front? Same as always, the birth chart of Narendra Modi for India and that of Xi Jinping for China will give us the true insight. Let's go straight to the chart of Jinping. He was born on 15th June 1953 in Beijing at 12 p.m. You might be surprised to see this chart in which number 3 and number 9 signs have disappeared and number 5 and number 11 signs are appearing in 2 houses. In our last episode, it was explained that a cusp is the starting point of each house, and one sign can not only occupy one house but may extend to the next house also. So becomes the starting point of that house too. Jinping became president of China on March 14, 2013 and Modi ji as prime minister on May 26, 2014. You will find here a comparative table at my back showing the planetary dasha periods of Modi ji and Jinping of about the same dates, showing the house significations of the dasha planets and how they will fructify the events entirely as per their house significations. Let's now review the chart of Jinping. An astrological insight into the Jinping's birth chart portrays a very shrewd character who can go down to any level to achieve his ambitions, especially during the main period of Moon Mahadasha. As you see here, Moon is the Kaspa sublord of the first house, which signifies the self. This period of Moon continued till 14th of January 2019. As he took over, his topmost ambition was to make China economically as the strongest nation. For this, he even resorted heavily on every type of unethical and fraudulent stock exchange gimmicks. He largely succeeded in this when investors from rich countries purchased the shares of Chinese companies at artificially created exorbitant prices. It became public only recently when Trump announced the process of delisting at least 100 Chinese companies who will not comply to the outside audits. Chinese fully supported these bogus companies. Thereafter started the Mahadasha of Mars of 7 years from 14th of January 2019, completely as per the basic nature of Mars and its house significations. China started her expansionist cross-border activities in the neighboring countries. Most of the poor African and Asian countries, including Pakistan and Nepal, have been virtually purchased by Chinese, so are at their beck and call. With the sole objective to make China as a world leader, China chose to go down to every level. It may be worthwhile here to analyze the current Dasha period of Jinping with the actual events to prove this point. With the starting of Mars' main period from 14 January 2019, a biological attack was initiated by China. And as Rahu sub-period under Mars Mahadasha period began on 12th of June 2019, the seeds of Corona were sown in the universe. Remember the date, 12th June 2019. You are already aware how Rahu, Ketu and Saturn create every type of a pandemic. So, the Ketu collaborated with Rahu for 23 days from 21st of January to 13th of February and virtually created a havoc, where 0 cases on 21st rose to 68,351 cases on 13th of February. Thereafter, Corona got exported to wealthy nations as US, Germany, England, Italy, France and Spain. However, in least time, Chinese knew how to control this virus, whereas the whole world still continues to suffer. Over the course of April and May, during the sub periods of sun and moon from 17th April to 7th June, while much of the world's attention was trailed on the coronavirus spiral-linked death toll, China initiated her preconceived aggressive cross-border actions in South China Sea and neighboring countries. However, Rahu's period till 29th of June 2020 cannot give any victory to China due to Rahu's 5th house signification. With the starting of Mars sub period from 7th June, China will begin to become more aggressive and will undertake minor cross-border attacks on India. However, there will not be any war between both the countries. I repeat here again, there will not be any war. With the starting of Jupiter's sub dasha from 29th June, there will be a compromise and China will start retreating. From the Indian point of view, as forecasted in the first episode, India will begin to gain abundant applaud and praise during the period of Ketu till 6th of August this year due to his strong house significations. Corona, as explained, will turn out as a blessing in disguise for India. Venus sub-period of 2 years, 3 months immediately after Ketu from 6th August onwards this year will build a strong foundation for an onward journey. Look here in the chart how Mars Mahadasha of 7 years in the chart of Modi ji from 14th October 2022 onwards will make India as one of the top economies of the world. Best planetary dashas of Modi ji, of Moon and Mars, and weak dashas of Jinping for China, of Mars in the same time frame will enable China to be replaced by India on each front. World is already paying a heavy price due to misendeavors of China to the planetary position of Jinping. And already there is a thumbs up for India everywhere. If Chinese population stood behind Jinping, now all 138 crore Indians, along with most of the world, will stand behind Modi ji as per his dasha periods to make our country as number one. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please write your questions in the comment box or even in our email address. Very soon, with another interesting episode, we will reconnect. Let's all of us create a strong army to combat China on every front. Please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. Stay safe, stay connected. Jai Hind.